Hi, we're Sonic Society, and this is our audience testing podcast. Over the last 2 months, we've been conducting a case study on how creatives enter the workforce and navigate a viable career path in the unpredictable landscape of the creative arts. We've each been taking different paths to gather as much information as we possibly can and as broad a net as we possibly can. Owen, why don't we start with you and what you found out so far?
Yeah. So just quick rundown. My perspective is I'm looking at what it takes to be an engineer in the recording space, so recording people in studios, mixing, mastering, that sort of stuff. And a big part for me so far and what I've discovered is just the way that your approach matters and how that can help secure people to work with. I had a lot of difficulty initially getting people through the doors, getting people interested. And what helped with me was just being a bit more assertive and a bit more confident in my approach instead of just sending someone a quick Instagram message or something saying, "Hey, you want to work on this?" I went out and met people. I organized catch ups. I started calling people if I had their number and being really annoying and just being like, "Hey, you do this, you make music, let's come in, when are you free?" Instead of just asking if they were interested. And that really helped a little bit. And if I couldn't get them in, I asked why. How could I make it easier for them? And that just really helped getting people interested in that for me as
Mm.
well, I think.
Yeah, so I'm doing something similar to Owen. However, I'm doing more of a targeted market portfolio. And something that I've taken away is the importance of community while establishing networks. So the way I've been approaching this, I'd be going down to indie bar and just, yeah, socializing, meeting bands, having beers with people and getting clients through that way.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a good approach to do. Um, Speaking of approaches, Ava, you've had a bit of an unconventional one in
Yeah.
your method.
Yeah, I think mine is probably the most different out of all of them. So I'm just like approaching things from like an artist perspective, so like artist pathway. Um, and I'm mostly just looking at like this unconventional alternative to like creating your success because we don't all have a massive budget and we can't all just, be signed with like an agency the first time around. So my approach has been to like accrue a smaller but more loyal fan base. And so how do we do that? And I've sort of found that um, becoming the figurehead of like a particular niche that your music exists within is can be like the best approach because it's almost like when you try and appeal to everyone, you end up appealing to no one. But like if you manage to appeal to this one specific group, they will treat you like their own. So I think it's all about how you can communicate like your artist persona or like who you are like as a freelancer, like and have it be authentic with your audience. And the extent to which you're able to foster that relationship will then, facilitate your success in the industry.
Yeah, I think like that sort of like sense of authenticity and being your authentic self really matters to people as well. I think as well, a big thing that I've discovered is, just be a good person. People don't want to work with bad people. And if you can present your authentic self and have people believe genuinely that you are a good person, they'll want to work with you. People don't want to work with people that are, kind of bad. And if you can present a good, just, or individual personality, people are much more willing to work with you as well.
Especially for me, coming from the local scene, there's a real focus on, being your genuine self. And having done that, it's provided me with more opportunities. And, in order to be successful, you kind of need to be in the scene like that you're committed to. And, people will appreciate that and will want to work with you.
So my method was interviewing a bunch of people already in the industry and seeing what their opinions on it were and how they've managed to build their careers. And it's very much the same thing that you guys have discovered, where it is just people want to work with like a genuine person. Other key findings were just like the industry is stressful. You've got to look after yourself. You've got to know your worth, put your best foot forward, but make sure that shit doesn't fall apart around you and you don't die. Basically.
Yeah. I think there's been like a real emphasis, I think, across like everyone, like this importance of sort of looking after yourself first, because it's like, if there's this pressure to like create and be professional and everything at the same time. And so like if you don't sort of nurture your own so like sanity first, then you're not able to produce quality work or be of value, So yeah, and I think it's just like, yeah, it's unpredictable, but that's sort of like the nature of it all.
Yeah. So the creative industry in itself is just really unpredictable and terrifying, but that's the entire reason why we've been doing this study, so we can figure out how to succeed in this unpredictable and terrifying industry. But it's just
I think it's about, helping not only like ourselves, but like helping those around us, like those that come after. And
exactly. Yeah.
yeah, because I feel like it, more democratic and shit like that.
Let us mess up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
exactly.
go.
Will we succeed? Will we fail? Who fucking cares? It's going to be important either way.
You'll see it.
You'll see it. Tell us what
Stay
you think so
tuned.
far. Stay tuned.
Let's do it.
Stay tuned.